Good evening. Welcome to Fantastic Dimensions. This is part 4 of The Guide That Crawls for Rogues to Riches. I think our session 41 or 42. I think it's 41. I'm really losing count. I must be getting old. Can't count past 40 anymore. So, we left off. You guys had just walked into the one of the treasure rooms, which I'll put up on the screen now. There we go. In order to get there, of course, you had come from the previous room, which had the altar in it, stuff like that, and you had to kind of set up a rope across the chasm so you could kind of shimmy across, but you did. Um, oh, which actually, I don't know if we said this in the last session or not, but it gives you guys a feeling of safety in that you're not really sure that the creature could even get across that chasm to where you are at the moment. So you feel like where you are right now is a pretty safe room. Yeah, in theory.
With relative meanings of safety.
Of course, of course.
Here's a question for you. Looking
Yes.
to the north from the doorway, does the chasm actually cut through that wall at that spot? Like you can see into it?
Good question. You can't see it because those doors are there. What are they called? Yeah, they're
I see.
they're they're the heavy reinforced barred doors with the brass plates that say "forbidden" inscribed in Latin. Basically cubicles. So no, you can't see the chasm from the room that you're currently in.
Okay.
It's kind of a little weird one on the map there, I guess. But yeah,
Where are we at? We're right in front of J, aren't we?
Theoretically, I or J, yeah, you guys are just, I guess that would be, which one is it? Yeah, J. J would be the entrance to the room, wouldn't it?
But last time we were in the room, you mentioned something about there was some doors that had something that was forbidden.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
of these doors, each one of you see the doors on the map. Each one of those doors has a crossbar across it with a brass plate mounted saying forbidden in Latin.
As much as I hate, like, if anything would come out of there, I mean, we do gotta find that bug. Plus, we might find something that helps us here. So all I can say is get ready, and hopefully we don't unleash anything.
Yeah, it's probably cursed items at the church locked away down here, so we're probably screwed anyway.
Well, if we don't wear them, we should be all right. I don't think they'll affect us if we just carry them.
We'll guess we'll see what this stuff is.
Start,
News.
I'll go up to one of the doors and I'll knock on it or bang on it and see if I get a reply.
Okay. Um, so the one right in front of you is J. You want to go up to that one?
Sure.
Okay. Let's see. J. You bang on it. There is no response.
You said they're barred. Does it have some kind of lock?
No, just a crossbar on the outside.
Just jaggle that crossbar like I'm going to remove it and see if there's any
Okay.
sound coming from in there.
Nope.
Wasn't there writing on the door also?
Yeah, it said
No,
forbidden.
on the brass plate on the crossbar. Yeah.
Forbidden. Do they all
It
say
says it.
forbidden?
It says that in Latin. Yes.
They all have the same writing on them. Okay.
It's more of an
Why is
inscription, but yeah.
forbidden? Let's see here. How does that work? Okay, I'm thinking here.
Well, if I recall correctly, yeah, you don't really know. Yeah, I guess not. You don't know the story of the place and the treasure within, no?
I just assume it has something to do with this old church or cult that used to be here.
Oh, I didn't mean what does forbidden mean. I was like, oh, sorry, I was thinking out loud about a spell.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Oh, that's all right, but that's good knowledge to know, anyways. So these doors, you can't see through them, but they're barred. Are the doors
No.
metal or stone or?
I'm guessing they're wood. Heavy wood doors
So you can just lift the bar and
with
open it?
probably some metal reinforcement, but yeah. Yeah, you can. There's no lock.
Well, Cole, do you want to open it?
I would suggest caution in doing so.
Yeah. So we got to see what's
Is
in here.
anyone able to see if there's magic on these doors? I am not able to.
Hey, Cole didn't survive 36 sessions with this character by opening doors on his own. He lets other people do it.
Damn straight. He's gonna stand back and have his pistols ready, and somebody else will open the door.
I'll do
If we
like
go
the
to the-
cross, and then I'll open the door.
Oh, wait,
Check-
wait, just
check
don't just run and open the door. Let's get everything in place. What we're
He's-
gonna do.
guns out.
Yeah,
he's opening the door.
I move over away from being in front of the door and go
You
stand
guys,
over in front of.
you guys get your range
Aye.
weapons ready, and I'll open the door.
I will hold
So-
my cross and my pistol.
Inside is a small room, less than 10 feet by 10 feet in width and depth, whatever you call it. In the room, sorry, hold on. Yeah, here it is. So I keep missing the page. Here it is. Yeah. So inside the small room, basically it's like a little cubicle. There's a shelf on the wall opposite from the door, and upon the shelf in this room is a pot containing a dead plant.
Do I recognize the plant?
No.
I would suggest we get out of here and close this door. No need to go poking at things that might be poisonous. And plant in a dungeon sealed away might just be poisonous. You can come back to it.
Yeah, that's weird.
Are either of our
We're looking
clerics
for a book.
are either of our clerics Catholic?
One is.
Klaus.
Klaus is Catholic. Klaus, give me an intelligence check, please. Just roll a d20 compared to your intelligence.
Me roll or everybody roll or just him?
Just Klaus.
Got it.
Alright, my intelligence is 9, and I rolled. Get this. I rolled a 10 actually.
Yeah, you don't know. You're not sure. Something about this feels familiar, like something you'd learned about long ago, but not the plant, but like the cubicles with the forbidden inscription and all that. You know, it's something about it. I feel like you learned something a long time ago in your seminary or whatever you call it, but no,
Yeah,
you
I
can't
would be
recall now.
like, it feels familiar, but I
Mhm.
can't recollect.
Should have paid better attention in school.
Yeah, I should have.
Of course, you do know that this church has been here for over 1,000 years.
Yeah, didn't he say it was like an order of knights, and then it was a cult, and then now it's a church? So
No. It was originally a Catholic church, and then it was taken over by pagans.
right, but it was started by some knight, an order or something. But he said an order. Isn't that where
I don't
that?
recall. No. There was a secret order that was meant to keep the after the pagans were rooted out and the Christians got it back, the Catholics got it back.
Yeah.
There was a secret order established of people who knew the secret of Saint Augustine.
Okay, so they might not be the same ones that put this stuff down here.
No, they would not be. They
Okay.
would not be. The way based on the history of the church, you reckon this stuff has been down here since the Romans were in Britannia. You know,
with Latin and everything. Well, that could be
Mhm.
Catholic too, anyway. But yeah, okay.
Mhm.
Old.
But okay, anyway, so Dead plant. You close the door, rebolt it, or re-crossbar it, whatever. Not bolt.
Yeah, close them.
Rebar it. Okay.
I don't think we should lock it so we know that we've been here. Or you know what? No.
There's
Does
no
anybody
lock.
have a
It's
piece
just a
of chalk?
crossbar.
Right. You know what I
I
mean.
got a shock. I can put like a mark on it.
Yeah, just like mark an X on the door so we know we've been there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who marks the door? Who crosses chalk on the ancient door?
I do. Yeah.
Remember that wood comes from the earth, and the earth has memory.
I'm gonna die at some point, so might as well,
Every action
fuck there.
has a reaction. Okay.
Kind of
Next.
scary. Mark.
Oh, I wasn't.
Vandals! Vandals! No, sorry. I guess I can take this thing off
So
now.
dead plant was in J. Let us go clockwise or counterclockwise around the room. I prefer
Either.
Widdershins.
I said clockwise, but I don't know.
So I would be next.
Yes, okay.
So far we found a dead plant.
So we're heading
Mhm.
now.
Or a forbidden fruit.
In a pot. Oh, that almost gives me an idea, but I'm gonna wait.
So
you
you
want to fit
open.
it to the thing?
Sorry, what? What'd you say?
Nothing.
Okay. So you open I, and on the shelf in I, again, it's a similar, identical shelf on the wall opposite the door in the cubicle. On this one is what looks to be like a portion of a book, about 16 pages.
We should check the floor to see if it's trapped or something like that. Do the shelves look like they are counterweighted, or what say you, Gio da Silva? Wink, wink. Let's check one of these rooms. This one seems fairly innocuous. It's just pages from a book. I suggest not reading the pages, though.
How did we know what the book we're looking for? What language it's supposed to be in?
Yes, you do. It's Greek, I believe, ancient Greek.
Oh, that's right. So
Let me double check.
at least check
That
the
book.
language.
I'll tell you exactly what it was. Hold on, as soon as I get down to the right page. The book he was looking for was called Agamot's Memoirs in Ancient Greek. The memoirs of an ancient wizard, supposedly.
Can I read the title of the book?
Well, this is just a portion of a book. You have a look at it, and you can't read it. I don't think. Do you have read magic?
Oh no, I don't.
You
But
know you
if I
can't.
can, if it's jumbo to me, I would show it to Antonio and be like, I can't seem to know what language this is, but maybe this is something you might know.
So
Take a look.
Antonio, it would take read magic spell to really
Mhm.
properly interpret it, but it looks like you know enough about magical script to determine this looks like a first level magic user spell.
Hmm. Interesting.
It's like it's basically a 16-page spell book which contains it contains 3 first level magic user spells.
Okay. I will
So
carefully fold the pages and stick them inside of the book I've been mapping with.
okay, so write down for now that you have part 1 of the book 3 first level magic user spells. Okay,
Hold on a second. Okay.
we'll just call it the book part 1.
Okay.
Okay. What's next? What do you want to do next?
Okay. Or which way are we going? South, around the corner?
Yep. J, dead plant in pot.
Okay, so we're going backwards, right? So next would be H. You open up H, and there's a full book inside this one. It's a very, very old, book. It's in very poor. I mean, yeah, it's in pretty poor condition. It's extremely old.
Be careful with that one.
Hmm.
Somebody
Is this
check.
our book that we're looking
There
for?
is writing on the cover.
Is
Careful.
it Greek?
Does anybody read ancient Greek?
One of us
I
did, I
do.
thought.
I do not, but
I do.
Klaus?
You
Klaus
have me
does?
roll for it, yeah.
Klaus, it's Agamot's memoirs.
hey,
So that's what we're looking for?
It's the memoirs of Agamot the Wizard.
yay, we win.
Can I really carefully browse through it, see if there maybe mentions of spells that I could maybe say, let Antonio know before we give it to this guy?
Yeah,
You
or in
want to
case
you want to you want to try to
something
flip
super
through and read the
evil
book?
that
How
we
much time do you want to spend
don't
doing
want to
this?
give him.
I don't.
I'll tell Antonio. Antonio, I'll be like, this is the book that we were looking for. Do you
I see.
want me to read it to see if there's maybe something you can get out of it?
I think here might not be the best place for such research,
Okay.
considering the peril that we are still facing with that creature. Who knows how long it'll be subdued?
Do you have
But we should wrap it
something that we
carefully.
can? Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yes.
Something.
Well,
Alright.
only thing I have is my cloak, so I will. Yeah, I
Who's
will
got
take
the Who's
cut
got the
off.
lantern?
I do.
Do
I'll
you
cut off.
remember how much oil you had left in that?
We had just refilled it in the other room, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So we got at least an hour and a half in there, I think.
Like-
I think we filled it as we came to get the other side.
I'm going to say you have a little more than that. You have about an hour and 40 minutes.
Okay, yeah, because we were looking at that mural and searching around there when he refilled it,
No problem.
if I recall right.
I
Me just
would.
making that up, but that
I
sounds
would
right.
definitely give him the book, and then I would
Okay.
just be like, whenever we get a chance and we get out of here, I'll be more than happy to see if I can find anything of use to you.
I think it would definitely be wise to read through it before we pass it off to that strange man.
Plus,
Yeah,
I
'cause
don't
we
trust that
might-
other guy at all.
Yeah, we might not want to give it to him if we determine that it's something he shouldn't have.
Or we may want to destroy certain passages just in case, and still give it to him.
Because what did he even offer us for it? I don't even remember.
Money.
Did he?
I don't recall.
I like
actually.
the idea of giving
You
it
hired
back
us.
to him with missing passages and things like that, because he wouldn't be able to really tell since he's been here that long.
Gentlemen, we need to make do with getting through this room first before we start discussing all this stuff. We're on a
Indeed.
time limit. If we don't lose our light, we're screwed.
Well,
That is true. Let us move on to G.
are we just going to loot this place, or should we turn around and leave now that we have what we want?
Well, to tell you, we have found part of a spell book, and I mean, not to be greedy, but I wouldn't mind finding the rest of it if possible. There may be more treasure in here in this room that would benefit all of us.
It shouldn't hurt. We don't have to take whatever we find. We can pass
I
it by us.
think
Yeah, nobody took the plant.
I think with the trouble that we spent here, we might as well get the most that we can out of this place.
And perhaps
At
we'll
least
find
examine the room.
and perhaps we'll find the secret to putting that poor creature to its final rest.
Yes, that's a good idea. Good motivation for us.
I guess we can get some stuff to feel like the trip was worth it.
Indeed. And personally, though, I just want to find the rest of that damn spell book.
Okay. So go to G.
Yep.
You open the cubicle
Carefully.
door. And on the shelf across from the door is a small wooden case.
like a small chest or like a wooden box?
Like a little wooden case, a little wooden box.
wooden,
Yeah,
wooden box.
small one.
How big it? How big is it? What size?
I don't know, like maybe about the size of a smartphone, and maybe
Uh-uh.
a couple inches deep.
Okay, so it could contain something. I would be careful opening it though. Perhaps wrap a cloth across your face first. Who
Getting
knows if it might expel some strange powder? Don't breathe. I'll stand back here. Or should we just leave it, move on, and come back to it if we're...
We might as well check it.
God, you guys are so paranoid. Who hurt you?
small box. I'll
There's
pick
some guy who calls himself Keeper of the Realm or Referee of the Gods.
God of God.
Is the thing locked?
The little wooden box? No.
Mm.
It's got a little
Oh.
slide top, you know.
I'll open it.
Open careful.
Okay, Klaus slides open, and inside there is a small golden needle. Looks to be very valuable, you would say. I mean, being that it looks to be made of real gold.
It may even be some kind of enchanted item.
I'll show everybody
Pricking your
and see
finger.
what happens.
Don't touch it though.
Now if we
Definitely
come
not.
across silver thread, then we know we got a song going.
Don't
Silver
touch
thread
the
and
needle
golden needle.
in case it's cursed.
All right, I'll open the next one. I want to get something. What's good in here?
Next one would be F.
hmm
On the shelf in cubicle F, there's a plain clay urn. There's also a scroll next to it.
I'll look inside the urn.
It's filled with ashes.
I'll leave that and look at the scroll.
It's written in ancient Greek.
I'll hand it to who reads Greek, Klaus?
Klaus?
Yeah, I'll take a look.
So looking at it, it claims the contents of this urn brings immortality to those that have already passed on. There is a note in the margins written in Latin. Do you speak Latin as well?
I got the last.
I do not, but I'll pass it over to him. And while I was reading it, I would read it out loud so that way everybody can hear it.
The Latin note in the margins there, Sullivan, says, must investigate. Excuse me.
That
seems dangerous.
But
Perhaps
if
that
you're
could...
already, it said it brings immortality to someone who's already passed. So if you're already dead, I don't know. Should we take it and one of us dies? We can see if it works.
Or I would be just as happy leaving it here or dropping it accidentally in the chasm on our way out. Something like that, dealing with the dead and giving them immortality. Who knows what foulness that could bring to the planet, to the place.
You're
to
right.
the
What I'm
realms.
thinking, it's unnatural. We'll leave
Well,
it.
and I will make a mental note of where this is in case I come back here at a later time.
You know what? Instead of leaving it, should we just burn this session?
I don't know that burning it would do anything. But
Let's
maybe
just
Clay.
we
just
can,
put it
of
back.
course, leave the ashes and just destroy the scroll.
Let's just leave it all and let's just keep on going.
Yeah,
Leave
the
it as
scroll-
it was.
kind of like a warning. I'd leave it. If we're gonna leave it, if some other guys happens to be down here one day,
Well,
Okay.
let's move on then.
Moving on to E, I take it, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so E. On the shelf in cubicle E is an empty sandalwood box.
So it's empty. You said, right?
Yeah.
Empty.
Empty.
Sandalwood box, I'm going to say,
Sandalwood box.
I'd say it's about a foot by 1 foot by 1 foot.
Okay.
No notes with this one.
No.
Okay, leave it.
Maybe some kind of device, but yeah, it's too bulky to carry.
Yep. D.
Opening D, there's another book. This one is written in Latin. Anybody want to read it, see what it's supposed to be about? Like just get the...
Yes, I will read it.
This book promises the reader knowledge of how to brew an undetectable, universally lethal poison using commonly found ingredients.
All right, I'll take that one.
Yeah, it might come in handy.
I'll let them know what it said and everything.
Interesting. It might indeed be quite handy.
Non-magic.
So just write down anyway. You got poison book, page 30,
Mhm.
D. So I can come back to it if you decide to try to read it further
Got it.
later, Jack. Okay.
Gotcha.
Just so I remember where it is.
Poison
Okay.
lore book. All right. C.
C. You open C, and there is a scroll on the shelf.
Hmm.
I'll open it, read it.
It's written in Chinese. Does anybody speak Chinese?
Whew, let's
I don't
go
know.
for that.
I don't know if anybody's
So
tried
we
that,
find
right?
out.
Language rules across the board. Whoever's going to try it.
Strange.
No.
Oh, I missed it by one.
That's a shame. Chinese would have been a cool thing to know.
Yeah.
There'd be no reason why my call would know Chinese, so I'm not even gonna roll.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's how the game works. It's weird.
Right?
You don't know what you know until you get to it.
It's just.
I
Oh
got
yeah,
a
right.
one.
I spent that year working on. Oh wow. You speak Chinese?
Apparently,
Oh, who speaks Chinese? Klaus does?
Yeah, he speaks
Damn.
ancient
I
Greek and
rolled a one.
Chinese.
What a guy.
Right?
You want to read, see what it's about?
Yeah, I'll read it out loud.
It describes rituals and meditations that allow people to make fundamental changes in their makeup by adjusting the balance between their yin and yang. The opposing forces
Oh,
they can rebalance through these rituals are aggression and fortification, corporeality and mysticism, swiftness and power, fortune and destiny, respect and wealth, experience and enthusiasm, reflection and impulsiveness, and body and mind.
it's a scroll of cultivation techniques.
Eastern mysticism.
That might
So,
definitely be worth taking.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
definitely put that in my bag.
It sounds like anybody could use that.
if you
Yeah,
take that,
so-
write down you have the scroll, page 30, C. It's called The Secrets of Self Change.
So it's not a spell. It's just a.
No, it describes rituals that you do to readjust your yin and yang,
It's
to make
cultivation.
fundamental
So,
changes in your
scroll
personal makeup.
page 30. What was it?
Page 30, letter C. It's called The Secrets of Self Change, Chinese.
Chinese mysticism.
Got it.
So you'd have to be a magic user to be able to use it.
I don't know.
No.
Doubt it. It's
No.
it's a martial arts thing. It's a cultivation technique.
Yep. It's there's nothing magical about it.
It's
That's what I was
meditation
wondering, yeah.
and yeah.
It's yoga guide.
I've been reading too many online web novels. Like half of them are all isekai cultivation knockoff. It's kind of annoying. On to B.
Okay, B has another 16-page portion of the book,
Ooh,
Oh, there you go.
Part 2
part 2.
of the book. Excellent. I will grab that.
You look at it,
Yes.
it has a second level spell.
Excellent. I may be expanding my repertoire soon. If I survive to get back to my lab.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's move on.
Okay. Next is O, or
Oh,
A
that's
is
O.
across the hall.
Ah, this is O.
So
Okay.
O is empty.
Do you
Just
want
a
to check
shelf.
across? Hmm. Let's
A is actually 5. There's 5 doors on the other side of the hall.
Let's leave those for now.
Okay.
Continue around.
To
Those are
N.
separated. They may be more dangerous.
Did we move north up the hall and then turn?
Yep,
Yeah.
we went up around clockwise.
All right.
Correct. Moving on to N.
Mm-hmm.
Another book written in Latin.
Book, Latin.
Read it.
I'm just adjusting the time on the torch or the lantern. Okay. It describes a method of meditation that allows travel without unwanted entanglements. These meditations must be performed by anyone in the traveling party. Um, and it advises the traveler must have enough supplies to make the journey. Um, for the methods learned in this book will not prevent they will prevent restocking or hunting along the way.
Mm.
Essentially, it allows you to travel without the concern of any kind of random encounters, etc.
I see. But you have to keep moving.
Well, you have to do this meditation, and then you just travel without any unwanted entanglements.
All right, take that one.
Interesting.
You gonna take that
Yeah,
with you? Okay,
yeah.
that's page 33, letter N, Latin book. Yep.
Page 33. All right.
Moving on to M.
Mm-hmm.
You got an hour and 10 minutes of lamp oil left in that lamp. M. This ancient Latin tome discusses the interconnectedness of all things and the illusion of non-overlapping space.
Is this another Latin book?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
What did it say?
It is called I Am the Gate.
I'll take it.
It discusses the interconnectedness of all things and the illusion of non-overlapping space.
Interesting. I'm going to call it space philosophy on my list here.
It looks like a lot of these books look like they could be pretty valuable, probably to collectors and stuff too, if you don't decide to keep
Well,
them or read them or whatever. Sorry, excuse me.
Mm.
don't the magic user, Antonio, you have a lab. Do you have a library?
I do have space for a library.
You start building a library,
Indeed.
Ooh.
I'll need to learn Latin.
and then I can add some esoteric knowledge into my new religious book I'm going to write.
There you go.
And Chinese
Yeah,
I will
and
need to learn
ancient
Chinese.
Greek.
mysticism,
Yeah.
faith, knowledge.
Languages to learn. I should put little check marks on my
Is the
sheet
faith
here for
book
ones I
on
want.
page 33 also? Is that
So-
page 33?
Oh, yeah, that is page 33, letter M. I Am the Gate, it's titled in Latin. This one has a title.
I don't have Latin in my not known list. Interesting.
No? Well, you could roll
No.
it.
Let's see if
See?
I know it. I do.
Okay, you do speak Latin. Good.
Oh wow.
Yeah, don't forget anytime you roll a language and you don't know it, you have to write it down in your not known list. Don't forget.
All right.
Okay, moving
Greek was
on
that list, 'cause I
to
know I don't
L.
have that one.
No?
Yeah.
L.
Behind door, letter L, is a small box. Gonna look inside the box.
Yes.
This is a very small box. It has one gold piece.
Don't touch it.
Is it got, what kind of mint does it have on it? Like a Roman emperor or anything?
Yeah, probably.
That's an odd thing to keep in a box. I would suggest we leave that.
Cursed coin.
Very possibly.
Yep. All right. We'll leave it.
Oh, lucky coin. We don't know.
Yes, I would rather miss out on a bit of luck and avoid a lot of curse. Just one coin in a box? I mean, that seems. Well, who knows? All of these items could be cursed if you think about it, but a coin by itself, that just strikes me as. Needs to be the
Maybe it's
heebie-jeebies, as I've heard it
an
called.
ever returning coin. So you spend it and it comes back in your pocket. I don't want it myself.
No,
I don't
to.
trust religious people. For all you know, it's for somebody who's greedy.
Or it's something that was used to pay for some nefarious thing that offended God.
Was it a gold coin or a silver coin?
Gold.
Gold. Okay.
An
I'd
ancient
say maybe it
gold
was
coin.
part of that 30 pieces of silver.
Nope, it's an ancient Roman gold coin.
All right. What's next?
One K left, and then there's A, the 5 doors of A.
Okay.
Oh, K is empty.
Empty.
To A.
Shall we check out these other doors then? The 5 doors on the north wall?
Yeah.
Careful. Them being separated like that makes me nervous. This whole place makes me nervous, though, and so far
So
we've been
you
all
open
right.
them up, and behind them you see the cubicle is missing, and you see the chasm.
Okay, so we only have to open one door and kind of like glance down
Yeah.
each side and see.
Yep.
All right, close it back up. Gentlemen, I believe we have succeeded. I'm just going to call these empty.
So when the chasm opened, those whatever was in those 5 rooms is probably down at the bottom of the chasm, though.
Mm-hmm. Do you have enough rope? Do you want to go down and look? I wink.
He said it was only 40 feet down or something like that. We could make it.
I don't know that it's worth going down in there. Who knows what?
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not suggesting we do, but it was just
Yes.
an interesting. I wonder what's down there.
I think perhaps then we might want to take our leave of this place.
No more doors.
There was
Right.
wasn't there a from that main room? We had another side.
There was another side to it. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
There
well,
certainly is.
Shall we go and check the other side just in case?
Yeah.
yes.
Might
We're
as
here.
well.
All
All
right.
right. Give me a second here. Let me just put this here. Pop that back up. Pop this back up. Oops. Wait, come on. Oh, wait. Why are you not working, you bastard? There we go. Bah.
Oh my.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, look. There's 2 on the other side of the chasm. That's interesting.
And
Mm.
One has
so
no door.
keep, let me I'm trying to see. So as we came this way, we turned right to go into where we went, correct?
Right. That's
Mhm.
correct.
The other one would be left, correct?
Mhm.
And according to old habits or old views, left would have been bad, right? Well, I shouldn't say right, but correct.
Depends.
We may want to be very careful in this area. Just
Well,
a
this
thought.
whole
Not to
place
mention
is
the
bad.
fact that there is a chasm there as well. I need to step away for a moment. Be right back.
Do what you got to do, brother.
Some of these are going to be tricky to get to.
I'm thinking that maybe we should get that plant. You know why? What I'm thinking of? I'm thinking it's the plant of knowledge. You know, like what Eve took.
The tree of knowledge.
Yeah, a plant, or either the plant of the tree, or a budding from it, or the fruit from it.
Well, it was
Yeah.
dead. It was just a dead plant.
It was a dead plant, or I thought it was a
Like
live
said, a
plant.
dead potted plant, but dead.
Okay.
If it was alive, that'd be something. Yeah, that'd be interesting. But
I am back.
I thought he said it was dead.
The plant?
The plant
Yeah.
was dead.
Yes, the plant was dead.
We're talking about getting
Just
it.
like you will be soon. I mean, what did I say? Oh, I'm sorry.
2.
Cole was saying it might be the tree of knowledge.
Huh.
But then I was like, well, it's dead. So if it should be, if it was something like that, I would think God wouldn't let something like that wither away.
I didn't think it was the tree of
Yeah,
knowledge.
I mean,
thought
he's
it was
obviously done a
a
great job
fruit.
of looking after his saints, right?
Right? Is that Q at the
Who
top?
said that?
Q. No, there's no Q. P.
Next to D at the top there.
P.
That's a P?
P.
That's a P. Okay. All right. Well, And these all doors also all say forbidden.
Yep.
Same thing. Well, I guess we should start with G and work our way around again. Continue clockwise, or should we go up to D and work our way from there?
Or do you want to go to
let's
P?
walk up.
P is probably the place to start, right? That's the farthest one you can reach without crossing the chasm.
Yeah,
Looks like. Let's start with that.
So you
Fire.
open cubicle P.
Is it hard to get to?
No, that one's not so bad.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to be careful not to step back into the chasm or whatever, but you
Right.
know. This room has no shelf on the wall. What's your search? Whoever opened the door and looked in?
One, probably. Unless
It's strange that there's no shelf on the wall.
Medina did.
You take a closer look at the wall, and Medina's daydreaming. Since Josh isn't here, I have his character sheet, and he's not going to do anything important.
All right. I didn't
So,
see anything when I looked. Looks like a room to me.
well, no, I rolled here. You do, like, you look at it more to see why there's no shelf on the wall, and you realize there's a secret door
Oh.
concealed.
Well, let's come back to that before we check these other rooms first.
Okay.
Okay.
Or we can check the door, but there may be treasure. And if we open the secret door, we may miss out on such a treasure. And I stop rubbing my hands greedily and realizing I'm being a creep.
All right, let's hit D.
D. On the shelf in D is a large ceramic pot. Looks to be full of powder.
Ooh, careful.
Not ashes, but
Not
powder.
ashes, but powder.
No notes?
I pull my cloak up over my face and step back and move away from the door.
No inscriptions or
No.
scrolls. What color is the powder?
White.
Mm,
Ish. Kind of like flour. You know, flour's not really white, but it's almost white.
and yet it is locked away here in a dungeon.
Leave it.
The word forbidden on it.
Okay.
Unless somebody else wants it.
No.
On to E.
E.
Please.
E has another text. I assume a small book. It's in ancient Greek. So Klaus, I guess you're up again.
Yes, sir. And I'll read it out loud.
It tells of a method of improving the vitality and vigor of a person, involving seemingly killing the person in a specific way, involving precise dagger thrusts, and then capturing the soul through a method involving garlic and a specifically shaped glass container, and then replacing it after a short, simple rite. It warns, however, that it only has a 75% success rate, killing the subject the other 25% of the time, but demonstrating great benefits for those that survive the procedure. So it's not really a book. It's pretty
Well,
short.
then.
Yeah. It's probably a
It's
few
nice.
pages.
Maybe worth the knowledge, but not a technique I'd want to attempt. Cough, cough.
Probably worth some gold if we want to take the chance.
In fact, with a book like that, I think I know just the person who would want to buy it.
Really? Who would buy such thing?
An eccentric architect from the city of Amsterdam.
Oh, so if you know somewhere to get rid of it.
Perhaps it seems a small book. Let's take it just for sales' sake.
It's titled The Death Rattle. Page 35, letter E.
Got it.
So that made me think possibly my theory was we didn't find anything that was that way on the other side that we know of anyway.
Moving on to room
Please.
F. On the shelf in room F is a sealed glass jar with a toad suspended in a reddish liquid. The toad is alive and stares at whoever is closest to it. It has a piercing and pitying stare. Do you look at it? You probably do at least once, right?
I
Look at
don't
it.
think we can avoid looking at it to see what it is.
So I guess it's you since you're talking, Antonio. It's from going face to face with this toad, you receive a telepathic message.
Oh.
It says, "I can help you. What one thing do you wish to know?"
Boy, that's a great question.
And we just see him staring at this toad.
Yeah.
One thing I'd really want to know, well, as a magic user, it would be greater knowledge of magic. How to increase my abilities with the manipulation of the energies of chaos and magic.
And the toad says, "In order to better your abilities and to greater understand the powers of chaos which you can manipulate, you must study, collect more data and study it, and then collect more and study that.
Indeed.
Never cease your studies." And the toad dissolves.
Wise. Like I didn't already know that.
Yeah.
Let's put a little mark that thing is gone. I
He's been
cannot
down
look
here
back and
The
for
go,
liquid is still there.
yes, but I don't really
He's
have
been
anything
down-
to take it with. How big is the jar? Sorry, Paul.
It's like a mason jar.
Drink it.
I'm gonna grab it.
You want to drink it?
No. No, I don't drink strange things I find in dungeons.
No.
I don't like
That's-
toad.
Jack was thinking about it, but
It look like pickled toad juice. It's like pickle juice.
I would,
Oh,
but
it's
the
red.
last time I did something really stupid, I went through a mirror, so I don't know.
He just looked in the wrong mirror, apparently.
I already
oh,
got.
sorry.
some
Also
pennies.
present on the shelf are a number of other full jars with broken seals. The toads in those jars are dead, and the liquids are various colors, seemingly maybe gone off. They give off a
Oh,
foul
I
odor.
see. So if the seal's broken and the other toads are dead and the liquids are gross, I'm gonna put that jar back down and leave it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna take it because
As you
apparently
wish.
breaking the seal does something to the liquid inside of it. So no.
As you wish.
And then I pick it back up again and stuff it in my pouch.
Okay. So you can write down that you have the sealed glass jar of the Toad of Understanding. Page
Aw.
35. Page
Tell you
35,
what
letter
you
F.
already know.
All right.
I will tell you what you already know.
Oh, that poor toad's been down here probably 1,000 years.
Right.
And what does he get? Somebody finally talks to him and they ask the most obvious question.
Hmm.
He gives them the obvious
He asked
answer and
me,
dies.
Right. Well, you know what though? He fulfilled his purpose,
He
unlike his
gave you
brothers.
He gave you an honest
know
answer?
what? You should have said, "How do we remove the curse from the gods of cross?"
Yeah,
Well,
he
that
There
was
you go.
He asked me what I wanted to know the most, and what I want to know the most is
Yeah.
magic. And you guys are table
We-
talking now.
yeah,
You don't know
because you
what I
guys
said.
didn't even
Mhm.
hear the
Yeah,
message.
we
It's true. So,
didn't
however, I would like, well, Medina is oblivious, but I would like Cole, Klaus, and Jack to give me, let's call it wisdom rolls.
But under wisdom.
Yeah, roll d20. You want to roll equal to or under.
Got it.
You succeed.
Yeah.
You notice now, after the toad is
okay.
dissolved and after Antonio has stuffed the jar in his pouch, whatever, Antonio looks a little different to you now.
Uh-oh.
Something strange. Like his eyes look a little bigger.
Oh man.
His
Oh,
jowls are wider and a little bit more flabby.
Oh, shit.
He's begun to take on a bit of a batrachian appearance.
Shit. Well, I don't know this.
Toad like. Look at that. I'll nudge Klaus and be like, "Does he look different to you?"
His nose is less defined and more
Maybe.
almost faded into his face a little bit,
Shit.
Antonio, you might not
His-
want to take that jar.
His mouth is wider.
Hmm.
Anybody have a fly?
I just blink at them slowly and say, "What do you mean?"
Lips are less pronounced.
Blink like a frog.
Right, slow blink.
Uh,
His
it might be too late.
eyes are even almost bulbous a little bit.
What?
Like
All
his-
we did was
Antonio.
stare at a toad and then it disappeared. I think you might.
Antonio, don't croak on us, please.
oh,
What you're talking?
Oh,
You look.
I
Jesus
give you all a
Christ.
strange look.
I
Come,
had
let's
to
move
go
on.
there.
You're starting to look strange, friend. You should put that jar down.
Perhaps it's only because you were licking the walls of this dungeon and eating strange fruits that you think things are looking strange.
He's got a point.
Okay, I mean, maybe it's just me.
Stick out your tongue.
I can't argue with that one. We did lick the wall.
Let us move on.
I did not lick the walls. I ate the fruit.
I didn't
you
do
did.
any of it. I stayed away from all of it so far.
Antonio's having none of it and moves to room G.
Hmm.
Opens the door, removes the
It's kinda
bar, opens the door. And there are 2 ancient jars here. And there is an accompanying scroll.
Look at the scroll. What's it say?
This would
What's
require a language roll at a -2. So
I
if
can't
you
succeed in
don't
that.
have at least a 3 in languages, you have no chance.
Yeah, I got 2. So
No chance.
what about Klaus?
I only have a one. The only one that would have skills to that I would think would be Medina.
Yeah.
Let's see what Medina's language skill is. God damn it. I really don't want to use his character, but
Because operators are the only.
he has a 1 in 6 chance.
Specialist.
So no.
Jose,
None of
roll it
us
for
know.
me. No, he has 3, but he has a 1 in 6 chance for
Oh.
this. Because it's an ancient lost language. Roll a die for me, Jose. D6.
Rolled a 2.
Nope.
Nope.
He can't read it either.
So
Well,
this was
But
jars.
you can all write on your character sheets that you do not speak linear A. Write that in your, and I'll write that on his too. Let's see here. Languages not known. Jesus Christ, he knows every language he's tried so far.
or he hasn't written down the ones he doesn't know.
Actually, Merrick, roll another d6 for me, please. I want to see if he knows Chinese.
4.
Nope, he doesn't know Chinese either. Okay, I'll put that in there. Might as well. Latin.
Yeah,
He
I
hasn't.
doubled up on my
He hasn't rolled for Latin yet.
1.
Okay, he does know Latin. Oh Jesus, he's got no more room for languages.
I just put a comment and started moving.
Does he have the ancient?
Yeah, that's what
words?
I'm doing too. Yeah, he knows Dutch, Latin,
many
Spanish,
languages
English,
do you have?
Czech, German, Italian, and ancient Greek. 8 languages
remember.
so far.
Jeez, what a language whore.
That's like one of his best skills.
I know 6. That's right. He has a 3 in it, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
I got lots of room in my paper.
So okay, so none of you can read the scroll. You want to see
Okay.
what's in the jars?
No, if I can't read the scroll, I'm not opening some strange jar.
I'm not even sure if they're sealed.
Yeah, I'll look at them. Are they sealed? Are they glass jars, or are they, opaque?
No, these are ancient. They predate glass.
Pottery. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they're sealed though?
No.
I'll nudge one open and peek inside.
It has shit in it.
Okay,
Oh.
I'll shut the lid on that.
Well, it'd be dry, so.
It's not really.
Oh. Good lord, no.
Okay,
It's
No.
it's stinky and moist.
We don't want these, and I don't know what they could have written about it, but it's full of shit.
It's
Well, the
probably
other
some-
jar has liquid in it, and oh, that smells like urine.
Yeah, and with the
Mm.
third one.
It's probably
There's only 2
There's only
jars.
Okay.
it's probably the shit and piss of some saint or something or other, or some diabolist. I would leave it.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sure it has some amazing property, and I don't care to be known as the shit mage or shit scholar.
So we'll close that door and move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Okay, on to H. Yes, H.
Probably if
Um,
you drank this, you got immortal.
It is a collection of scrolls, just as scrolls, doesn't say how many. A collection of scrolls, which I guess would be written in Latin.
I'll look at one and see what they are.
It's written testimony from Roman officials authoritatively describing cases as first-person witnesses in which that the Jews did indeed use the blood of infants in their religious rites and sometimes even everyday life. It basically
I'm
looks
gonna
like a
call
bunch
it.
of anti-Semitic, well,
There we go.
testimony, but from Roman officials.
Leave it.
Anti-Semitic slander. There we go. Excuse me. All right. Moving on. You can take his character sheet down now if you like.
Oh, jeez, I didn't even realize I put it up there. Sorry, I forgot that it. Jesus
At
Christ!
least we
Sorry
know
about
he's
that.
got a nice ranged and armor class.
Sorry about that, lads. I forgot that I'm screen sharing my PDF viewer.
You know what makes me feel bad is that I was using Notepad to have all my stuff in, and he has like a nice ass character sheet.
Yeah, there's 4 fillable character sheets.
Yep, I got him. I can link one to you later.
God, I can't believe you haven't got one after all this time in the campaign. Sorry about that.
Because I use the like random character thing, and I just copy everything and put it in a Notepad.
Fair. Okay, so you leave those scrolls.
Yeah, leave those.
Okay, move to
I
the
think
next
I'll
one.
be any use to.
The next one,
There you go, Jose.
Where
room
are we at?
I.
Okay.
Sitting on the shelf here are 2 iron shoes that look like they should be horseshoes, but they're in the outlines of human feet.
Ooh.
Again, don't touch them.
Yeah. That's interesting, but I don't want to touch them.
Yeah.
It's a rat a human.
There may be some kind of torture device.
Yeah.
Iron
Move.
shoes.
Anybody want to nail them to their feet?
Man. No,
Nope.
thank you.
Okay.
Iron shoes for a man.
Hey, where's your sense of they're called the man shoes. Where's your sense of adventure? Okay, on to Jay.
Okay.
Another book written in Latin.
Read it.
It's called A Hypothesis on the Nature of Reality.
Ooh.
It describes the tears in the fabric of reality and what peers through the rift. Strange beings which like to observe our world but do not wish to interact or interfere with us as long as they are not seen. This book will teach you how to see them.
Interesting.
Take it.
Indeed.
Okay, so right down there, page 37, letter J, A Hypothesis on the Nature of Reality.
Okay.
All right. We'll be scientists by the time we read all these books.
Yeah, we could
Right.
probably spend the next few years just reading books and learning languages. might be worthwhile. You guys have a home now.
Yeah.
If you have enough money to maintain it for that long. So investments, etc. we could do. But something to think about. Right now you're in a dungeon. Moving on to
Right.
K.
Yep.
There is a third portion of the book.
Part 3.
How many
Now,
portions of the book are there?
We don't know.
You don't know. This one contains another first level spell and a third level spell.
One first level spell and one.
So
third
in total, the book at the moment contains 4 first, 1 second, and 1 third level spell.
Interesting. And then I've got those scrolls too with spells on them that could potentially be ones I don't
Yeah,
know.
you guys got lots of scrolls as far as I know.
I used up one of them that had 4 cleric spells.
The nice thing about cleric spells, though, is that you don't need to learn them from books. You just know them.
Yeah.
Like magic user
good.
spells. So that's why I did not want to use any of them. Of course, I didn't learn read magic or study read magic. You know what I mean. Memorize, that's the word. Anyways, L.
L it is. Oh, well. Okay, here, a cohort of 4-inch lead Legionnaire figurines are spread out on the shelf and piled on the floor. One of which is obviously the commander.
Like 10 soldiers?
Yeah, lead soldiers.
Lead miniatures.
Yeah, Legionnaires, Roman Legionnaires. Yeah, a cohort of.
I'll pick up the The one that looks like a commander.
Okay, you look at the bottom.
Yeah.
It
I'll
has a
examine
word
it.
written in Latin that says attack.
Interesting. I'll speak the word in Latin.
You speak the word aloud,
Oh
and the
shit.
cohort animates.
The thing in my
And
hand.
you're holding the commander. The cohort animates, and the commander says to you in Latin, he says, "Command us. We will fight for you."
Oh shit. 4-inch lead figures.
How many is a cohort?
So I'm looking up. It's 1/10 of a legion, so 100.
Is that right?
That's what it says. 1/10 of an ancient
How many
Roman
men
military
are
unit
in
comprising
a
6 centuries, equal to 1/10 of a legion. Maybe
wait?
more.
A legion was between 4,000 and 6,000
It's
soldiers.
360 to 800 soldiers
A
forms a
legion
cohort.
was further divided into groups of 80 men called centuries.
hmm
So how many men are in a cohort?
A cohort is 360 to 800 soldiers.
Whoo! That's a lot.
360 to 80.
10 cohorts, about 5,000 men, made up a legion. It was later changed to 9 cohorts of standard size, with 6 centuries at 80 men each.
Could there be that many in that room, though? I mean, is it?
So 6 centuries of 80 men.
You said they're on the shelf and on the
In the
floor. They're
in the
4 inches tall.
And then there's one cohort, the
Yeah.
first cohort of double strength.
Yep, 480 men. There you go.
Wow.
480 little lead men who begin walking and moving around and are waiting for your command. They will fight for you.
All right, I'll tell them to stand by.
Um,
Oh, they can fight that God thing for us.
Right?
Well, they're little, but there's a lot of them. So
they
Right?
move at a base speed of 30 feet.
Wow. We're not going all that fast at the moment.
Not about your exploration speed. Thanks for remembering to advance the count. You get about 40 minutes of oil left in your lantern.
Luckily, we've got a lot of oil with us now.
Clock. Clock is the word I was looking for. So,
all right, I'll just tell them to stand by for now in front of that door while we explore these last 3.
M.
hmm
On the shelf in M is a smooth and featureless black disc made of some kind of unknown metal, about 1 foot in diameter and 1 inch thick, with a rounded, tapering edge. Who's investigating this?
I'm still looking at my soldiers, so I guess somebody else.
Sure, I'll be looking at it.
Do you have any other metal items on you?
I have my sword.
Yes, you're getting a magnetic effect from it.
Whoa, stand back. Interesting. Magnetic. I'm going to leave it there. Not sure what that does. Or, you know what? I'll take my sword off. Actually, no, I don't have my sword on me at the moment, but I would have like a buckle or something.
You
So
got
the
my
buckle.
spear.
I have your spear, so the spear. Right. You have my sword, I think, right? Or does no?
I do.
You do. Okay, we swapped weapons. That's right. Okay, yeah. I'll point the spear towards it.
Okay, yeah, it's magnetic. You can feel it drawing it.
Hmm.
It does not.
But it's not so strong I can't pull the spear tip away.
No.
Ah, very odd. I'll leave it there. I don't want to disturb it in case it's a trap.
Go to detect
Or
magic,
something.
identify, anything of that sort.
I
No.
Identify requires a lab. I don't have the spell
Mm.
detect magic
Right. Okay. Cool.
learned.
Just checking.
Yeah. Wait, no,
Okay.
even.
Do you get to leave it there? Or you can take it with you.
Boy, how big is it?
Didn't it describe? Yeah, 1 foot in diameter and an inch thick. Has a round, tapering edge.
A foot by an inch.
What is it, like a rod or something?
I'll put the sword. So
No,
I'll
it's a
lean a
disc.
spear out in the
Yeah.
hall and go and pick up the disc and see how heavy it is.
1 foot, 1 inch thick. It probably weighs about 8 pounds.
Oof. That would be fascinating. I kind of want to take it, but it's just too big for me to
It's like
carry.
it's like one item on your encumbrance list.
Yeah. That would be a lot to carry.
So what is this item?
It's a
I don't
strange
know.
black
It's
disc,
strange black disc.
page 38, letter M.
I will
This-
carry it if you think it's really worth it.
I think
Like
it's worth study. I definitely would like to examine it back at in my lab once I get my lab.
I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll
So
Yeah.
you can write down letter M, page 38, strange black disc.
I did. Yes.
Moving on to N. Yes?
Yep.
Yeah.
A series of scrolls written in ancient Greek.
Medina. Or did anybody else have ancient Greek?
Nope.
I think
I got
I
it.
think Medina does, but I don't want to do Medina, so we can have
House does.
Klaus.
Wow.
I'll read it out loud.
It describes rituals through which one can gain great power through the ritual sacrifice of a single blood relative. Each ritual takes exactly 1 hour and must be consummated at exactly midnight. The relative must be completely unhurt and conscious throughout the entire ritual.
Mm.
And it goes into the
Sounds
details
like
that benefit the
really dark
character.
magic.
It goes into the details of the benefits gained by the person who performs this ritual, depending on the relationship held with the sacrifice. Mother, father, grandparent, great grandparent, sister, brother, son, daughter, uncle, aunt, and cousin.
Well, that is
It
ritual
also
useless to
it
me.
also
I say
says
sourly.
that it also mentions in there that the benefit is greatly increased if the relative has yet to reach puberty.
Mm. Yeah, that is. Well, that's a useless item to me. I say it with a bit of sourness.
Yeah, just leave it. Nobody needs to be.
Oh,
Can leave
none of you guys want to murder your own families?
Well, that's another
Not
question.
yet.
Right to O.
I
Oh,
was gonna say where's Hobbs when you need him.
Right?
Yeah.
yeah, Hobbs would love that. Oh,
Sure would.
has a small box. Let's say about 4 inches by 3 inches and an inch thick.
Hmm. Hmm.
It has a lid that on a hinge that kind of opens up, music box
Yeah.
style. There's yeah, okay, yeah, that's right. Yep.
Anybody want to open the box? I'll stand back from it again.
I'll open him.
I can command one of my soldiers to open it.
No, they will fight for you. They don't open boxes.
Okay.
Do
I'll
not
open it.
tell us to
I'm
do
good with that.
such menial tasks again, or we will attack you.
Calm down.
Okay. The small box, Klaus, contains a finger bone with a plain copper ring on it, and a small scroll with a Latin note. You read Latin?
I'll pass the note to Jack.
I'll read it.
This ring gives great power at a terrible price.
Well,
Hmm.
informative.
Might be worth study. If we leave it on the bone, it'd be easy to carry.
So I'll hand it to you then.
All right, I will wrap it in a scrap of cloth that I cut off my cloak.
The ring, letter O, page 39.
Now
What
we
we're
we
ending up
can. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
what we're ending up doing is getting a collection of really terrible things. And if somebody that does magic, not just Antonio, but any of these three people here that can use magic gets corrupted somehow, they're going to have a ball with all this stuff that we've got that's
Well,
destructive. So
hmm.
I don't know about taking all this stuff back with us. It's kind of a bad temptation.
I mean, that's the whole reason that Antonio got a laboratory, so he can like work on things and figure shit out. So
Well,
It's
maybe
true.
one at a time or two at a
Oh,
time. But if we're
I
gonna,
wouldn't.
well,
We're not gonna just leave. I'm not gonna come back here to find more. It's best to just take them
And
and
we're
lock
never
them
coming
away.
back. I
we're
don't know.
already changing.
Yeah, you are changing, Antonio.
I don't know what you're talking about. Don't be ridiculous.
Your eyes are bulging and your lips are wide.
Well, I am rather tired, and it is
He,
dark down here.
he's getting a little obsessive on these artifacts too.
Well, I agree that the discs in this ring are interesting and should be. I mean, I guess I don't know that you should look into them, but they
Well,
could,
if you are scared of them, then hurl them into the chasm.
it could prove useful. All I've got is these books and then these lead army.
Mm.
So,
I would say that unknown knowledge has destroyed more men than some trinket.
yeah, it's better to be prepared against our enemies. So I don't know. I'm not going to tell you to throw it in the pit, but I obviously advise caution. But you know that.
I trust Antonio, so whatever he chooses to do, I'm fine with it.
I'm not some reckless person to go hurling through forbidden knowledge. Cough, cough.
So what about these two doors across the chasm here? Or three?
Well, it's quite a distance. I don't know that we can. They're
How
about 15 to 20 feet away. There's really no way to get to them from here.
and the doors closed on B and C, so you'd be like you can't jump across. You'd be hitting the door.
Indeed. Shall we check out that secret passage then?
Yeah, I guess if we're gonna give up on those three doors across the way.
Those three things across the way could have three portions of your book, Antonio.
They could, but how am I going to get to them? I don't have any spells memorized that'll help me get over there, and
Climb
I'm
down the
gonna just.
chasm, climb up the other side.
Yeah,
That seems.
how far down's the
Good old
chasm?
fashioned rope.
Go lowering your lantern down. It's about 40 feet.
You want
I
to do
don't want. No, I'm not. I'm all right with missing out on that.
it?
I have much knowledge
Oh,
already to
I
study.
apologize. It's 60 foot deep.
Yeah. So it'd be even hard to even see the bottom to know what is actually down there. I mean, we could get down there and find that there is no way back up, and then there's 8 more of those immortal slime gods coming after us.
All right, so we go.
Or perhaps that secret passage has a way to get over there.
Yeah, back to P.
I don't know why they would build that way. Who knows?
Secret room.
Let's go there.
All right.
But I will definitely mark that in case I have the chance to come back later.
Soldiers, follow me.
Okay, so you're going back over to that secret door?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see here. Sorry about that. I got caught up in something. So the secret door, you open it and you see the slanting kind of hall, which leads to a ladder that goes up.
Interesting. Boy, I wonder if the soldiers would be able to get up that ladder.
They would not, really.
Well, I will put down my cloak and let them all climb aboard, and I'll wrap my cloak up like a big bag and carry it up.
Okay, yeah, that
At
makes
least
sense.
as many of them as I can get in there.
Yeah, you can put them in there, tie it with a rope, and we can all haul them up.
Yeah, because there's going to be a lot of ladders and steps.
Right. They're 4 inches tall and they're made of lead. Yeah, it's going to take a couple of us to yank them all up the thing, but you can put them in the cloak and we can wrap that up like a sack and have several of us haul that rope up to get them up.
Yeah. All right. Do it.
Okay, so you're going to go up the ladder?
Yes.
Okay. Going up the ladder, I'm going to get rid of the map now. Puts you in. Um, you're in a 10-foot wide corridor. To the south is a wall. Um, Going 10 feet to the north, you're basically in the middle of a T junction. So the hall goes to the left, to the right, and straight ahead. Straight ahead, basically 30 feet from where the ladder was at the south wall, there's a door leading to a room. Going from the center of the T junction, if you go 20 to 25-ish feet east or west, you come to another door to other rooms.
Hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yes. So we come from the south. We face north. There's a hall to the left, a hall to the right, and a hall straight ahead, and they all lead
Yeah.
indoors. Okay.
Basically, if you look at the middle of the T junction as a 10 by 10 area,
Mm-hmm.
hall goes 20 feet east, 20 feet west, 10 feet north, 10 feet south beyond there. So,
Okay.
well, and the one to the south just leads to the ladder that you just came up.
Got it.
Cool.
All right. Which way shall we
Let's
go?
take a bio break real quick.
All right.
I think it's a good time before you start exploring more on level 2. Ooh, man, my legs are killing me today.
Do you use your legs a lot at work?
Yeah, getting in and out of the car, walking around a lot,
Yeah.
when I'm not in the car, then I'm just standing around. So it was a busy night. It's been a busy couple of nights. Maybe I'm just old and out of shape too. That doesn't help.
And you probably have a little time of adjustment, for your body to get back to moving around constantly for that many hours.
And I think it doesn't help when I then sit down at the chair, sitting at the computer for a couple of hours either. Like after being running around all day and then sitting down for a couple of hours, kind of everything tends to tense up
Yeah.
and because I still act like I still think like I'm 20 years old. Then I decided, okay, I'm gonna take a bio break. I'm gonna jump up and run around some more. Like, oh, my body's like, hold on, motherfucker. Who do you think you are?
No matter how old you get, I think we all think we're 20 still, or somewhere in that neighborhood. At least for a few moments, and then it comes to realization that we're not.
I have returned.
Another thing I think you know, Rob, is I spent probably 4 hours, a little over 4 hours of my day today driving, and it's city driving as well. So it's kind of a weird thing for the legs too, because it's just a lot of clutch, gas, brake, whatever.
So you have a stick shift on your car?
Oh yeah, everybody does over here, pretty much.
Oh, really? It's not automatic? Huh?
They're very
That's
rare,
oh,
very rare, very expensive in Europe.
I had
Most
no
most
idea
people
about
most people
that.
drive manual.
That's surprising.
Why?
Yeah, especially in the cities like that, that kills your legs. I mean, ooh. I mean, my van is a clutch, and everybody that or the van I have now it's not, but the one previously was. And all my friends back when we used to go run around, they hated it when we go downtown or go somewhere with a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
It just killed them.
The manual I learned on had no power
Alright,
steering
but
either.
I'm back too.
Christ, fuck that.
Right.
So you got a strong leg and a strong arms from that, didn't you?
Oh gosh, it was only for like a summer that I drove it. Some friends pick up little tiny El Camino.
So I'm back. We're all back. Where do you want to go? There's a room to the north, a room to the
Yeah,
east, a
there's
room to the
3
west.
ways. Never eat soggy waffles.
Yeah, that's good advice. Whew. God, that's gross. I gotta chill.
Right? That's how I remembered. That's how I learned to remember the directions, the cardinal directions. Way back in like second grade or first grade or something like that.
Hmm.
That was the reaction of the class. Ew.
So soggy is back the way you came. So it's never eat or waffles. Which do you prefer?
Waffles is the best. Let's go west.
West. That would be left if you're facing north. Yes. Okay. Okay. You go there. Open the door. I'll advance the timer again. You have about 20 minutes of oil left in this lamp.
Mhm.
This is a room that runs. The door enters in the center of the east wall. The room is 20 feet from west to east and 30 feet from north to south. Okay. It contains a great marble statue of a chariot, larger than the doorway into the room. The driver and the horses have been carved in marble. The axle, however, is metal.
Hmm. Marble chariot. What an odd thing to have inside of a. I wonder if it comes to life and will try to murder us if we get too close to it.
What do the figures look like? Do they look Roman? Do they look
The figures from the
on the
cohort.
chariot?
Oh, on the
On the
chariot.
chariot. Yes.
Um, where's the thing again here? The driver and horses. So it's one driver. Is male. Roman.
Okay.
That's all that's in here. I can't see how that's going to be useful. Hmm. But the metal axle seems an odd detail. It implies that this thing may be able to move, but it can't get out of the room. So even if it does move and it's something you can command, how would it be useful?
There's nothing else in this room.
Oh. No, nothing else in the room.
Hmm. Well, let's explore the room to the north then, if there's a room up there.
Yes, there is. This room, the doorway comes in through the center of the south wall. This room is 20 feet south to north and 30 feet west to east. And the room description. There are two things here placed on an altar-like stone block. A book and a book cover, which has had its pages removed.
Hmm.
The full book is written in Latin and has a gilded cover.
Hmm.
I'll look at the cover. Is there a title on it?
Yes, it's called About the Book.
About the book.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Portions you've been finding.
And
What is
there's a
the? What's the one without the cover with nothing in it? I guess. Oh man, maybe the pages you got were torn out of this.
Very possible.
Hmm.
That one does not have a title on it. The cover without any pages in it.
Yeah, because that's the book, and the other one is the book about the book.
Yeah, let's look at about the book.
Yeah.
Okay, it's in Latin. You reading it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It tells of a book which has great power, but by separating the parts of the book, the power is diminished. However, after the first few pages, the book is gibberish, as the ink on the pages seems to be moving. Most of this book cannot be read at all, but at several points the book has a legible message. But whether the message is definitely the book must be kept apart or the book must not be kept apart is unknown because it keeps changing. The
Huh.
empty book cover is plain, weathered, and beaten, but there's not a mark on it to identify it.
Been kept apart all this time if you're finding the pieces. So
Right.
maybe we shouldn't be putting this thing together.
Or maybe we should.
Yeah, but it was separated and put in a forbidden.
Separated by the church.
Right. Probably for good reason.
Well, the church does many things. Are they always for good reasons, or are they for sometimes for selfish reasons?
Well, in this case, just putting some book away, I don't see that being selfish or. I mean, I agree. A lot of times they are in the wrong, but
Hmm.
I don't know, man. This thing's starting to scare me a little bit.
If it gets too crazy, we can always burn it.
I get a little shocked. Look at my face at that. Burn a book. How barbaric.
Listen, I'm on your side. I'm just saying that to make him feel better.
I have an idea, but I don't know if I want to do it in front of everybody. But I think we should take both the book and the cover and maybe keep them apart for now. I say that, and then I take some pages out of my pocket and I hold it to the empty cover. Like stick it inside the empty cover and see what happens.
Okay. Yeah, they fit nicely.
But do they like and combine?
No.
All right, I'll pull them back out of the cover again. Well, seems the book does not want to mend itself, but these are probably the pages of this thing it's saying. And now I wonder if there are missing pages in those other chambers we weren't able to get into. Perhaps scattered along the bottom of the ravine in there. Well, we may never know.
And this area that we've been in, these two areas, is the only place we found any of this book, right? We didn't find it anywhere else before we got across this chasm.
Nope, they were all inside of those locked doors.
And we hit every locked door except for the 3 on the one side and the 5 that had fallen into the pit.
Well, there was more on the other side. It's only 2 of them were still, like 3 of them that were still viable, it looked like.
Yeah, and then there might be stuff at the bottom of the pit.
And then there was also, might be stuff down there. Well, let's leave this here then.
Okay. That's probably best.
Gosh, I wish I had like some kind of sleight of hand so I could just sneak that blank book cover. Anyways, we'll go.
Okay.
Now, is he looking more and more like a toad, or did he just go to a certain stage and stop?
No, he just reached a certain stage and stopped. His eyes are a little bit bulging and larger, and his lips seem to have lost any real definition, and his mouth is very wide, and his nose has gotten very flat and barely sticks out of his face at all. Kind of like Voldemort, I suppose, in that sense.
Lovely.
I think maybe it's because of the stuff I ate. So I'm looking at everybody else like, do they look weird to me?
Nope, just Antonio.
And you all see it too, right?
Yeah, they all see it too if they look, especially if you point it out to them. Like, yeah, you're right.
Kind of like that.
I don't know. If he shines the light up in my face, I'm gonna like step back. And what's wrong with you? Let's move on.
Oh yeah. By the way, you need to change the lamp now. The oil's about out.
Oh, yes. I'll point that out when you bring it up to me. I barely hear any sloshing.
All right. I'll switch up.
Luckily.
By the way, what was Antonio's charisma, Merrick?
His charisma, 10.
10? Okay, yeah. It's not gonna like make him worse or anything. I guess maybe if he had a really high charisma, it might reduce it a bit. But
yeah, no.
He just looks a little toady. That's all. He doesn't look like he's changing into a toad. He just looks like he's taken on somewhat of a toadish appearance.
The infamous look.
Get out your tongue. Let's see if
What is your obsession with my tongue, Cole? I didn't think you thought of me that way. And I'll grin.
What did
I
you
want to see if
see?
it's forked.
I assure you it's not.
What did you see when you looked at that toad?
I saw a toad dissolve into nothing. Not before it spoke some nonsense to me, I say, and I turn and I start moving towards the exit.
Wait a minute, what was that? It spoke to you?
Did you not hear it?
No.
Mm.
We
It
just
asked
saw
me an obtuse question and gave me an answer I already knew.
and now you're taking on its appearance.
I have no idea what you're speaking of.
You look like a toad. I'm telling you, man.
You look like the ass end of a camel.
Whoa.
Now is not the
That-
time to bring insults at each other. We are still
My
in a dangerous
charisma's 7, so I'm used to hearing.
Like, yeah, what's your
Oh,
point?
God.
That's great. That's great.
All right, we'll just drop it for now. But when we get in front of a mirror, you can look for yourself.
It's been a
Let's
long time
hop
since I
on.
looked at
Oh,
myself in the mirror.
I got a mirror right now here.
Come, we have no time for this nonsense.
Let's hop along.
Going on to the east room.
Cole, you bastard. Mm-hmm.
So the east room, again, the door enters at the middle of the western wall. This room is 20 feet from west to east and 30 feet north to south. Mounted in a small alcove in the middle of the east wall is a spearhead.
Hmm. That's
Oh,
interesting to me.
that rings a interesting
Yeah.
thought. If I recall,
Thinking about the
the centurion who stabbed Christ.
Yes, that's what I was thinking too. I don't
If that's
know.
the case, then that might be something very much cursed.
Yeah.
Whoever holds the spear of destiny cannot be beaten in battle.
Does
That's a legend.
does anybody have detect magic on it or detect curse?
I do not. I don't know that. I'm working on that spell still, I think. Or do I? No, it was the spell magic I was working on. And I learned that one. I can dispel magic. I cannot detect it, unfortunately. Odd as that may seem.
So this spear is mounted to the
Oh, no,
wall.
I can. I just didn't learn it.
No, the spear's just in an alcove on the east wall. The
It's
spearhead.
just
the
a
spearhead.
spearhead.
It's just a head,
Okay.
yeah. It would
Okay,
need
what is
magic.
No.
Does it look like Roman era spearhead?
Yeah. Yeah, it looks super old.
Is it stained with something that might be blood?
Yes, it is.
I do not suggest. I will not touch it.
No,
That is most likely a
it's-
relic that I want no part of.
Well, if it is
Busted.
the spear that pierced Christ, that's the blood of Christ on it.
Even more reason for me not to touch it.
Why don't you lick it and see what happens?
We'll not lick it, but I will take.
Just lick it.
Do you
That's-
remember what we said on this side of the corridor? We've mainly found negative stuff, so I would leave this alone. But if you want to carry it around, okay.
I mean, if it's the blood of Christ, I, as a man of God, I can't leave it here unattended. It might not be, but you brought it up. Now it's got me thinking.
Imagining it, delivering it to whatever head of the order the Protestants have a coup stolen or taken from the Catholics.
Mm.
And I grin at Klaus.
I was hoping he would have licked it, see what happened.
I don't answer to any church authorities anymore, so
Then perhaps one day when you start your own church, you have a relic in which to build your faith.
yeah, it can't be any worse than the book you're collecting.
Well, we'll see. I want it nowhere near me, though.
I say a little prayer, and then I pick it up.
Okay, you pick
Wait
it
for
up.
him to explode into holy flame.
He does not.
I stick it in my
Good.
pocket.
Okay, you have the head of the spear, page 28, room 212.
And there's no other way out of this place. We'll have to go back down and out and across the chasm. And
Yeah, it seems so.
We're going to investigate the other two or whatever that was on the other side of the chasm.
the other two what?
Yeah, there
Wasn't
were
there
like
two
three,
other rooms?
There was
there
three.
were three
There was
rooms.
three
There's
cubicles.
three other rooms, but I don't know how to get to them without going down into the chasm itself and trying to climb up from the other side.
We could use our grappling hook and crawl across like we did.
Mm-hmm.
What will you hook it on with, though? I don't know that I want to risk that. I mean, we have already. We could. I mean, if you want to try, I suppose we can try. But
Well, there's nothing else unexplored. We've been down every corner or door that we could go on this side.
I want to go back over and get that plant, or the dead plant, or whatever it was called.
Okay. Cool.
shall we go back? We'll lower the soldiers down.
You have to go back anyway, right?
Yeah.
There was that box that we left behind. Would that be big enough to put all the soldiers in?
Which box? Oh, the one box that was nothing in it?
Yeah.
Let me go back and find where that was. And
That was the sandalwood box, an E on the west side.
So
Yeah.
Jay, the plant is a dead plant in a pot. You're gonna take that, Rob? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You have the plant. Page 33, J. E. Empty sandalwood box. You want to put the soldiers into it? They'll all fit.
Yeah. Then if they fit, I'll put them in there and take it.
Okay. Do you want to close the box? Put the lid on?
Yeah, I'll close the box.
Okay, cool.
Then I open it again.
The box is empty.
Damn it!
Huh.
I still have the little commander. Does that? I'll check that later. Maybe I can summon them back or something. Well, no, I guess they weren't summoned. They were just there. Damn it! I lost my army of miniature soldiers. But here's a box that'll make shit disappear.
I wonder where it sends them.
All right, that's a good question. I guess we'll take this too.
Does anybody want to get in the box?
Is it big enough for a person?
Get in the box? Oh, God.
Yeah, it's a big box.
If it's that big, I don't know that we want to carry it with us. I mean, if a person can fit in there.
No, actually, I originally described it as not being that big, didn't I?
Yeah, like a chest or something.
Yeah. Okay, we'll call it a chest size. Yeah, if you curl up, you could get in there.
No, thank you. I'm not that adventurous.
You said you wanted to see where it goes. I'm just saying.
I am curious to see where it goes, but I'm not gonna go crawling in there to find out.
Okay.
All right, we'll leave it.
Okay.
Damn it.
That is a shame.
What's your plant do, Cole?
I have no idea.
It's a funny.
Gotta have something as a memento. I've got nothing else out of this, so I might as well take a plant.
Was it
What happened?
you said we didn't know what kind of plant it was?
No, it's dead.
It's too dead
Very
to tell.
dead.
Well, maybe if it could be rejuvenated.
Yeah, maybe the sunlight or water. Who knows? Yeah, maybe blood. Who knows?
Yeah. All
Mm.
right.
Was there anything else in here that we left that was? I mean, we have an idea that this.
We did leave the gold coin in the box, but I don't think we should take that.
Yeah.
I don't know though, because I don't think things on this side are as bad as what was on the other side. It seemed like there was a differential.
They were all locked
Yeah.
away and marked
No,
forbidden.
Nothing was that,
You're right.
except the thing about kill your
Well,
own family.
yeah, looking through it, let's see.
That was the worst one.
There was the thing that made the undead immortal, or the dead
Yeah.
immortal.
That was the two. The
Lots of
urn.
philosophy and cultivation techniques.
You took that, didn't you?
We did. We took all of those.
Yeah, I got 4 books I'm carrying.
No, we left the scroll about the dead thing and the
Yeah.
cairn with the ashes. We left that behind.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
We left the shoes behind.
You're right. The coin needs to stay here.
I'm just worried about the coin.
Getting greedy.
It just
Yeah,
seems too
I
tempting.
understand. I'm not thinking logically because I'm just getting greedy, just wanting something to
Mark those as no
have.
longer. Okay.
You just, I went to the dungeon and all I got was this stupid dead plant.
Right.
Yeah, I'm Charlie Brown now.
Which turned out to be the a trimming from the tree with the golden apple.
All right. Well, then there's nothing else we want to get from these little alcoves.
We got the main thing we came here for, plus whatever else. And according to Father Bacon, anything we find down here is ours for the taking.
He just asked that you return any holy relics.
Hmm.
Anything that could be considered a holy relic.
As far as I can think of, there's only one holy relic that we have on us, and that's up to Mr. Jack to decide Father Jack, whether he wants to give that up or not.
Easy enough to hide.
Indeed.
I don't think I will give that up to this Catholic priest who tried to kill us. I don't think I will.
Right. Well, I suggest we leave then. We did
Yeah.
not find a method of taking care of the slime monster, unfortunately.
We're not going to try to do it for us.
I don't really see any way to safely get over there without going down into the chasm, and that's one thing I don't want to do is go down into the chasm.
Yeah, I don't want to go down the chasm, but I don't see why we couldn't try to rig the grappling hook over there.
Should we give it a shot? See if we can get over there. I mean, it's up to you guys.
All of us don't have to go. I mean, we could send 2 people if we wanted to, if they wanted to go and bring back some stuff, and we could move it over or whatever we want to do. Whatever you guys want to do. I mean, I think we should try to see if we could hook it. If we could hook it and do a good line drawing, then we can make a decision.
Yeah,
room
let's
A
try.
has no door, right? So you could try to hook there and get across, and then you could kind of scale around over to B and C from there, right?
That's possible. All right. Well, let's see what we can do then.
All right, let's do it.
I just keep an eye on that chasm. That worries me.
Yeah, how far does the lantern lamp go? It only goes like 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we can't even see the bottom.
No.
Don't fall in there.
You got an hour and 40 minutes left in that.
Excellent.
All right, let's throw the grappling hook.
All right, who's doing that? Who's got it?
I had one, but you said to get across. Can I tie the rope and just get the grappling hook out of it and then reuse it?
Oh, from the one that you got across here? Yeah, you could definitely do that.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, retrieve that hook. Yeah, just tie the rope off.
Yeah, and I don't know whose rope that was, but I got a 50-foot rope.
We'll use your rope because already is mine.
Yeah, you might have to throw it a few times, but eventually you'll get it. You get it to hook over.
All right.
On some rubble.
All right, who's going across?
Well, probably would be Medina, but he's not here. So he's here. I
tapped my foot and said, "Not the best of climbers, I'm afraid."
Medina's not feeling very well.
Was he turning purple?
He's turning into a toad. Probably be dead
Ridiculous.
soon.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Throw him in the pit.
God, that would be so mean. Hey, yeah, sorry you didn't make it. You fell. You looked in the mirror and fell in a pit. Oops.
We had to sacrifice you to gain power.
Don't watch the video.
So who's going?
Well, if there's no volunteers, I guess I'll go.
Jack goes. Okay, room A has a book on the shelf written in ancient Greek. You speak ancient Greek? Read ancient Greek?
Nope.
No?
No, but
Okay.
I'll grab it.
Okay.
And then I'll try to shimmy over to the next door. Say a
No
little
problem. Yeah, you
prayer
gotta do it.
first.
You gotta be careful, but you can do so carefully. Open the door, and in there, on the shelf, is another portion of the book.
I look
16 more pages.
I look across the chasm and give a thumbs up, stick it in my bag, and go to the next one.
Part 4.
And the
Yeah,
next
well, the
one,
door is open. Yeah.
room C. I'll advance time a little bit here. Room C has a small box which contains a scroll, an inscribed tablet, and a small stone. The stone is a small, perfectly formed diamond. The scroll is written in Latin, and the tablet is inscribed with some cuneiform writing. Give me a language check. I don't think you've rolled for this one yet.
No,
No, you don't know what language this is. Some kind of cuneiform writing on the tablet. Scrolls in
so
Latin.
under not known, I just put cuneiform. Or
Sumerian.
okay. What's the Latin say?
Warns this is an artifact of evil and to keep it buried in the archives. Signed by the Council of Nicaea.
I'll yell that across. I was like, this one specifically says it's evil and should be kept buried.
No. You're a
Sounds good to
cleric.
me.
We'll give me the death for that.
Pardon me, my voice cracked. Wow, that was weird. So you, as a cleric,
Yeah.
anyway, would recognize the
Everybody's a
name.
bitch.
The First Council of Nicaea was a kind of a Christian council, Catholic. Well, yeah, that they determined that several relics were dangerous to Christendom, and the world at large needed to be isolated. Sorry, what did I say here? The First Council of Nicaea determined that several relics dangerous to Christendom and the world at large needed to be isolated and forgotten. Britannia, being the farthest realm in Christendom at the time, was determined to be the best place for those items. You believe that the items that you're finding in these two rooms are those items that were secreted away by the First Council of Nicaea, well over 1,000 years ago.
I'll put it in my pocket, climb back across. I'll take it all.
Okay. You
I
take the
get back,
diamond and yeah, okay, cool.
and when I get back across, I'll give Antonio that piece of the book and show
Okay.
Klaus the Greek.
How many pieces is that? Is that part 4?
Part 4.
Part 4 doesn't contain. It seems to be blank.
Interesting. I wish I had taken that blank cover now.
We can always go
What
back.
happens if we put them all together?
The world blows up.
I
Do
am
you want to
interested in.
look at all the other parts again?
Yeah.
So looking through them, you realize they've changed.
Hmm.
Combined now across the 4 of them, you have 4 first level spells, 1 second level spell, and 1 third level spell.
So 4 first.
They seem to kind of have
1
yeah.
second and 1 third.
Yeah, 4 first, 1 second, 1 third.
Okay.
But like it definitely doesn't look. Granted, you haven't cast read magic, but you can tell that it seems like the pages from the earlier sections have changed.
How odd.
Almost like bringing them together is
Mhm.
causing them to morph into something else.
Interesting. I'll
book
bundle
said-
them together then and let them marinate with each other.
That book said taking them apart diminished their power, so we're making it more powerful, putting it together.
Be interesting to see what they have to say.
Okay, well, we got everything down here now, unless
Indeed.
we want to go
Can I
down.
read the book that he brought up?
Oh yeah, that Greek
Ancient
one.
Yeah.
Greek. Yeah.
Oh, right.
I'll read it out loud so everybody can hear me.
Sure. Let me advance the time a bit here. We've got a lot of reading going on here. Advance at 20 minutes. You now have an hour and 10 minutes left in that next lantern. So, this book concerns the concoction of a solution that can dissolve anything. It is the work of an alchemist who sought the secrets of the universal solvent but failed to find the final ingredient which would allow the formula to work. However, it was written over 1,000 years ago. So, looking at that, you think, well, maybe with modern natural, philosophy and knowledge, maybe somebody would be able to complete the research of this ancient scholar.
And if nothing else, we have the universal acid recipe.
Somebody who has a lab and the ability to do such research, maybe, but
How could it hold if it goes through anything? Then it wouldn't be able to be held with anything.
That's true.
All right, so Antonio, do you want to go back to that book?
I wonder if the cover
You
would
might
have
as
some
well,
other.
you want to.
I do want to, yes, and to at least retrieve that book cover.
you can go back get the cover, keep your
Yes.
And the
four
book,
portions of the book in it.
Right.
the book about the book, even though we couldn't fully read it, maybe out of this environment and the right circumstances, we get more information out of it.
That's true. Let's go retrieve them, if you gentlemen don't mind.
All right.
Knock yourself out.
All right. Yeah. So I guess we head back there to that room to the north, and I'll flick all the pages inside of that book cover
Okay.
and see what happens. Do they
Nothing.
combine back with it?
No. No.
All right. Then I'll take some twine and tie it up, so like a package. You know what I
Well,
mean? Around one side and around the other way to keep everything sealed in there.
Mhm.
Tie it
Here's
off and
the
stack
question.
it with the other book.
When he puts the pages in, does it even look like it's nearly full or half of the book? Or
Oh, that's a good question.
Right.
Once you put those 4 sections in, the
Mhm.
book is about 25% full. You figure there must be another
Mm.
12 portions out there, if each portion is indeed the same size, which these 4 all are.
Well, darn. Well, then I don't even know where we would find the rest of them. Perhaps
Yep.
in the bottom of that chasm, which I don't want to go down into. At least not yet.
All right.
But I'll take it.
Then if we've hit everything here, we got to go back across the chasm.
Yep. Yeah. Let's do that.
All right. So we're going to head out in this, or are we going to keep trying to explore more?
I mean, I think we found what we came to find.
Yes.
We've been down here for at least a few hours. I say we leave.
Okay.
We turn back and we tell Father Bacon that we are unable to put the saint that he believes is this worm, this slime creature, out of its misery, and there appears to be nothing else to find down there.
That's your plan?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Do you make your way back the way you came?
Hmm.
Back up. What was it? It was morning when you came down here, right?
Yep.
You've been down here a few hours, maybe 4 hours will take you back. So it'd be like midday, maybe a little afternoon. Father
Don't eat any more of that
Bacon
fruit.
and his people will still be there. Oh yeah, you guys check your fruit. Your fruit's all rotten.
Yeah, you told us that last time.
Hmm.
Oh, interesting.
I emptied my pockets of the rotten fruit.
Okay, I didn't realize.
Yeah.
I didn't take any.
You said last time it rotted, and I'm like, oh crap.
Your armpits really itch, Jack.
Well, that's nothing. At least I don't look like a toad.
Wow.
Shots fired.
I didn't say that out loud.
I know.
Scratch my armpit and keep moving. Hope I don't have fungus growing there or something.
Hmm.
What's all this? Okay, cool. So, so they stop singing when they see you. Father Bacon says, "Well, uh, you're back already.
Mm. There was not much more to explore down there. We seem to have exhausted the labyrinth underneath this place. There are some interesting artifacts that were
I
not
see.
anything to take, marked as forbidden. That we left where they lay. Some giant statue of a chariot.
A lot of Roman things.
Very
Roman.
much.
I see.
Unfortunately, nothing that would help revert this poor creature to its relieve it of its fate.
Then my vigil must remain."
Mm, indeed. But in our travels, perhaps we will find some method of releasing him from his curse, and you can rest assured we will bring that to you if we do find such a thing.
I will keep you in my prayers, Father Bacon. Farewell.
You do good work.
He looks disappointed, but he nods and says, "Well, you swear to keep the secret of our church?"
Yes.
Indeed.
We definitely don't want to press here with the rest of the things to do. So
It would not be a nice thing either to start shouting of secret treasures and whatnot hidden under your place. There's no reason to lure or send any other fools to their ultimate demise.
Hmm, indeed.
And if you don't want other people to stumble on that, maybe you should put a cover on that pit or something.
Well, it was hidden in the back room. We did intrude, to be
True.
fair.
True.
Very
All
well.
right. Shall we, gentlemen? Shall we take our leave?
Let's depart
Yeah.
uh,
Let's
quick.
get out of town. I don't want to stay the night here and risk someone looking through our shit.
Yeah. We'll rest.
but
Let's
the
get the hell
sooner
out
we
with our
get out
loot.
of here, the better. Like,
Okay.
Right?
remember, I wanted to try to kill that thing, but you know what? I'd rather not mess with it.
Yeah, right?
We got
It's
lucky the first two times, so
Mm-hmm.
it's only a little after noon or something, so you have plenty of time to get a lot of miles between you and
Exactly.
the town before
Exactly.
you make camp.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
Hell yeah.
fair.
Whew.
No one will blame you for that. So you start making your way back home,
Yeah.
presumably. How long did you say it took you to get here? I think it was
5 days.
5 days. Yeah.
Yeah, a few days.
And what date are we on now again? I think we're
It
on
was
the
April 8th.
8th, is it now? Okay, so you'll bit back.
It's probably the 9th now. Well, I guess it was. Yeah, it was the
No, no,
8th.
it's still the 8th. It's still the 8th. I
Yeah.
think you arrived initially on the 6th, and then you spent a day in town, and then the 8th you went back in. So 9, 10, 11, 12. You'll be back home by like the 13th or something like that. But we'll probably end up discussing and seeing what else you want to do. You may want to spend some time doing other things. I don't know what you want to do. We'll think about that. You'll be back to your house in Nansbeck by mid-April. I think that's a good point to end this session. Let's see. You grabbed a bunch of loot, and you left. Yeah, I'll give you 500 experience points each. Plus, we need to tally up treasure, I suppose. But we can do that outside of the actual session. Like, how much treasure did you actually grab while you were in there?
Right?
Did anybody keep a full treasure list at all, or no?
Yep.
Okay, cool, good stuff. All right, well, that'll be the end of the God That Crawls, and I have to think about what we're going to do next with this campaign next week. Thanks for playing. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and support me on Patreon if you like to see the channel grow. Lots of different things that I plan to try to do in the future with more time. And actually, if you have any ideas, give me some comments down below of any kind of cool ideas you might think of for the Patreon website, because I'm trying to think of some cool things that I might be able to offer and do um, for Patreon to make it more interesting. But anyway, that's it for tonight. So there we go.